because a situation happened where my son, he was the oldest. He was only, 5 or 6 in the 2nd grade, I think. And he ran out of the school. And they couldn't find him.
He ran out the school?
He ran out of the school. So I'm just like, you calling me to tell me that you can't find my son? And it's going on 2-3 hours?
Oh, my gosh.
So in my head, I'm finna whoop your ass. That's in my head.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of A Mommy Before Anything. Look, y'all already know who I got on this show with me today. I got my special good sis and mommy, Mrs. Johnnitta Jackson. I say Johnnitta, she say her name is Johnnitta, but I've been calling her Johnnitta since I've known her. So, yeah. But speaking of, since I've known her, girl, when have we met? How we meet? Look,
at high school, I remember seeing you in high school dancing around and stuff like that, but I really ended up meeting you more when I seen you and Hakeem get together in school. So from college, that's how I think we met more in college than in high school. Because I seen you in high school, but I seen you more on social media when you and Hakeem. And then the dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And from the dancing, more social media, and then we came together to do our little collab, which was nice. Because people really don't even know how we met how we know each other.
Or people will ask me in public, or like, y'all know, you know that lady, Miss Jackson or something. I'm like, yeah. Like we went there, they be like, you know her? Or, yeah, I went to school with her, y'all. I just remember seeing her and her sister all the time. And I just don't think we talked that much in school. Mm-hmm. I hung with people like younger than me because I came to the school late. Like I came when I was a junior. I thought me and her was in the same grade. She a year older. So how old are you anyway? You know what I'm saying?
I said 20.
Ooh, you want to be 20 so bad, huh?
31.
She's 31. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I'll be 30 this year. You ain't 30. You ain't 20.
Look, 31. But it don't feel like it though.
No, I definitely thought we graduated at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, we definitely started talking after like once we got grown and stuff like that. Talking through Snapchat a lot, y'all. When I first started breastfeeding, she was making me breast milk cookies faithfully every week. Johnny, you got a fresh batch for me? Mm-hmm. I'm on the way. Yes. Brownies? Okay. Give me them cookies and make sure they hot for me when I'm on the way. And I'll be like, and then so I'll pay for what? You'll have an order of 6 or 12. I'm like, give me 12. Baby, I go home with a bag of 24.
Oh, and Hakeem was eating them too.
He was eating. That's why you probably gave me extra.
Yes.
Hakeem used to eat my cookies, y'all. It was for me and my breast milk. Y'all, she was hooking me up, y'all.
Real.
So, yeah, from then on, that's how we met. Then we got into this social media stuff. But, yeah, so let me ask you, how does that work? Like, with you being a mom of 4 beautiful babies and doing social media and working a job, how does that all work for you?
I do it when I feel like it. Because most of the time, if I don't feel like it, I'm not going to do it. And like, when I'm in the mode, I could get at least 3 to 4 videos, but only push out 2. So if I got the energy to do it, because most people be like, damn, where you get your energy from? I don't know. I just get a burst of energy out of somewhere. Mm-hmm. And as I'm scrolling on TikTok, I hear a song that I like, I save it, and then I just like cut and chop the pieces and then do what I do, save it, and then post 2 videos out of the 5 that I make. Mm-hmm. And that probably be on like the days that I don't work, because I don't work Fridays and Saturdays.
So you don't do content the days you work?
I don't. Most of the time I do, depending on how my day went at work. Like if I'm super tired, then I won't. But if I still got energy, then I will. And it depends on if I got to cook too.
So is it hard doing that with the kids or something, or they just kind of know what mama finna do?
Yeah. And then they just be in their own little area too. So like if you see somebody run past, they just in their own little area.
So when did you start actually doing content for the people who don't know when you actually started? The end of 2019, I believe, or no, like the starting of 2020. Was it when TikTok started?
COVID.
That's when you really started doing
stuff?
When
COVID hit.
Her and her sister used to do stuff on Facebook too, y'all.
Yeah.
Like I love when her and her twin get together and do content. They was doing Facebook stuff too and go viral sometime on Facebook. Doing at that time that was viral for us when we first was on Facebook.
Yeah, when we was on Facebook.
Get a couple hundred shares or something, a couple hundred likes. That was viral.
Because Facebook was lit, but I started once I got laid off. because of COVID. So I couldn't go back to work.
You didn't work, right? That wasn't an essential job? That was food at the school, though.
Yep.
But it wasn't an essential job?
It was working around kids, so we couldn't work around the kids because we didn't know what kid had COVID at the time. So they had a different building making like bag lunches for the kids. So we couldn't cook. We couldn't go in there and cook. But they ended up figuring out a solution of how we can serve them. So we had to serve them ourselves. We had to give them their own drinks and everything like that. But it worked out, so it was nice.
When do you ever find yourself being in a place where you're a mother before anything? When I say before Javante, before, I mean, I don't know, like whatever, anything that you have going on, do you find yourself in that place?
I do.
Like,
I do.
How? Like,
as far as like working, like when they ask me about my schedule, I make sure like if it don't work, I can't do it. Like my kids, they damn near do come before anything, honestly. For real. If it don't work around them, then I can't do it.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
So what would you encourage other moms right now that's trying to do like social media or even working a job? Like some people that's just having kids and they working a job while doing social media, because there's going to be moms like that.
And they be saying like, I don't know, or I can't see how you do it because I can't. Yes, you can. You sure can. If you got time to be able to scroll on your phone, you got time to be able to be on social media, you got time to be able to do whatever you want to do, because while you on your phone, what your kids doing? They probably playing on their tablet, reading a book.
No, for real.
But if you can be on your phone, then you can do social media. We are all human beings at the end of the day. If you see one person do it, like as far as weight loss or whatever goal that you have, if you see one person doing it and you think to yourself like, I wish I could do that, you can do it.
You just actually have to apply yourself. Yes. You literally have to just do it. Like,
yes, because if you say it, then just do it. That's it.
It's easy to just sit there and watch someone, but if that's something that you desire to do, just do it. So I do know that you said one time to us that you wanted 10 of them chillings. 10 of them. She already got 4. What's the thought? What?
I don't want 6 more. Just twins. A set of twins.
But how can you control that?
Because
I want to know
when you
real.
when you speak it,
I believe that
it happens. So look, I was saying it since 2015. I was saying it since 2015. It didn't happen yet because I'm only on the 4th one. My mama had 4
kids
first without the twins. So then when she had us, it was the 5th time. So I feel like this 5th
Oh my gosh, that's the secret? Because I've been wanting to know how you plan to have these. She's been talking about it, y'all know. For a long time. Because she's been talking about this for the longest, y'all. She said, she keep talking about the twins, and I just want to know how. I'm like, how do you plan to make this happen? How? Like,
he got twins on his side. His mama not a twin. Me and my sister are twins.
Right.
My mom, she's a twin, but
your mom a twin?
Yes, our uncle, he died at birth.
That was her twin.
And then her other brother, he have a set of twins. So we got twin cousins on our side too.
But you know they say when twins have twins, like when twins, they be saying like twins can't have twins. Like that's what they be saying.
But you can.
But you saying, oh, I'm gonna. That's what you're saying. Bye.
Yeah. That's why I cut out the soda. So I can't. Well, I can. Yes, I can. But it's like no caffeine or not too much.
Stuff that can hinder your fertility and stuff like that. You trying to make all odds even.
Yes. So they could just jump on the back and just go right in. Yes.
This is insane. So y'all hear this right now. If she actually had twins, my mind gonna be blown. Now, well, I do believe in speaking things that are not as though they were. That's word. And you have the power to speak things out of your mouth, and it should be so. But this is crazy.
Look, cause I got it too.
What?
I got a snippet too on my YouTube channel when it was in 2021. 2021, I told my son that I was gonna have twins. He said, "No, you're not." I said, "Yes, I am. And if I do, then we could go back to this."
But one thing I know about you, when you say something and you say it usually, hey.
Look.
That is, when she say something,
for real,
she go and do it. She don't play. So this is here, set in stone, and on her video in 2021. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her YouTube. I don't know, I'm scared. Do you know when you plan to have a kid?
So I did say 2025. However, my husband want to go back to school. So the twins will happen eventually. We just got to make sure it's at the right time.
Bro, it's the fact that she keeps
If it happened
twins.
2025, then
It is what it is.
it's on point.
Do you plan to leave your job when you had them twins?
When look, so I still can get pregnant and have the twins, and then I can request off for 6 months, or I can request off for a year. I just have to have faith. I gotta have more faith to be able to, jump and leap. I thought about leaving last year, but I didn't want to.
It's the faith
It was
thing,
different. It was different because I was off once I had Papa. I was off for 6 months, and it was so nice. And going back, it just felt even better to go back because it was my daily routine.
So would you say that? Because I think you're one of the moms that just you really love your job, and would you say that's your escape? Going to work, is that your escape or not? Let's not say escape. Let's just say your free time, your you time. Even though you're working a job that you may not want to be at one day, may or may not. Mm-hmm. But would you say that's your escape from being a mom sometime, or just having that freedom to just be that?
I could say yes, but then it's fun at the same time too.
At your job?
At my job, it's fun because it's I get to cook and do whatever I want to do without being bothered.
Right.
So, yeah, it's fun.
Why won't you just do cooking content? You love cooking. You like talking about food. That's
hard.
Literally the job that you love.
It's so hard. It's
cooking content.
Changing the cameras, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's I would have to have 2 different phones set up in different spots, and then thinking about the splatter and stuff. I don't know.
All right, well, back to the kids. I'm finna ask. After the twins, you done?
After the twins, I might be done.
She ain't a mother before anything.
Because it's so fun. It's transforming like an iguana or a butterfly.
Watching the kids change. I feel that. Even that's why they say time is a thief. Mm-hmm. I shared this thing about that in my story the other day on Instagram because I'm just and then you could be doing so much, you could be busy, and then you'd be like, dude, how did you get like that? When did you just get in the size 12?
Exactly.
It's wow. So it's it make you having more kids make you want to just be slow down. Mm-hmm. Let's actually be in the moment here. Let's actually love on these kids a little bit more.
And then they grow older.
You got a middle schooler now?
Yes.
I know you probably was dang. He just had posted him, I think it was for his birthday or something like that. I'm dude, when did he grow like that?
13.
So you just love seeing the growing of the kids. That's good. That's real. That's real.
And then I didn't really have complications with Papa. So I feel my next, I think it get easier.
Really?
Yes.
What with being a parent, or you talking about birth?
Both. You have, it's some hard days up in there, but it's that's what had happened. But when you look back at it, it's it wasn't that bad. The birth was amazing.
I know that was this last one, y'all. She recorded that.
That was amazing.
I'm dang, that's what's up. Yeah. She got on all them 4s, got on 4s, and she said, let's get this done.
For real.
Let's do it. It is what it is. Hurt or not. Come on. Love that for you. That's very inspirational. I will say that everything you do say, you go and do it. Mm-hmm. You are very determined, and you gonna get it done. One thing I know about her, if she say it, she gonna do it, and she gonna go and get it. Mm-hmm. And I love that about you. That is very inspirational. I said that's one determined girl over there.
And then look, so when I have the kids, it's it gives me more enthusiasm. It get me more excited to be able to want to lose weight, get back in shape, and then get pregnant again to do it over again, to let myself know I could keep doing it and doing it over again.
You are bro, y'all, she trying to have some more kids, and I'm just you literally hitting your goals with your weight loss goals. Congratulations. Because, you getting down there. Even seeing her in person now, it's all right now. Dang.
But I can't get too small because the smallest I was before was 165.
What do you now?
I'm 183.
You don't look 183.
I'm 183.
That's crazy. I just don't understand how she hit the goals and then want to turn around and get pregnant. I don't understand it. You have to explain that to me. I don't get it.
It's I said when I get pregnant again, I'm gonna lose the weight again, and then get pregnant again and lose the weight again.
What's
but
the thing?
I want to see, like, when I have the twins, I want to see how can I do the same thing that I did with Papa. Can I move the same way? Will I have the same energy, or like what would be different?
So you just like challenging yourself,
Yeah.
and you like just doing different stuff just to see what your body can do. Just
Because with my daughter, I wasn't able to do what I did with Papa. I wasn't in control of my own birth, but I was in control of his birth.
you was
Whole control. Like I ended up meeting with the
your birth plan and everything too, right?
I met with her. I met with my doctor's boss because my doctor left. Like she didn't want to deliver it. So I had like 4 different midwives, and then I finally ended up having the manager deliver my baby.
And you said, "Hey, this is what I want to do, and I'm sticking with it." Did you experience postpartum depression?
I did. I experienced it with my daughter, and only with my daughter.
Only?
Which was crazy, yes.
Because she a chick.
I don't
No,
know.
I mean nothing.
Because with my first son, I really didn't necessarily know what postpartum depression was. I was only 17, 18.
Right.
So I didn't necessarily know. And then when I had Fatty, it was like, okay, I had him. I got support. It's fine. Even though I had support with Ladybug, it was just different because I was more heavier. It was like I didn't look like myself. So it was like I'm a whole different person. I felt like I was just alone. I don't know why when I still
Oh my
gosh. I felt like I was alone, like I didn't have like help, even, and then I didn't want people around me, which was crazy. So I was alone, even though I didn't want to be alone.
Oh my God.
But I didn't want to be around, I didn't even want to be around Netta. And Netta knew that I was going through postpartum, so she hit me up and she was like, no, we finna get out. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go nowhere.
That's literally your twin.
Yes.
Like,
and she knew. So she was like, no, you finna get out. We finna go do something. We finna do this. And I end up coming out of it after, I can say, Ladybug turned 5 months, but then went back in it when she was like 9 months. So it was like I was in and out.
what was the change? Is it because of the change of your body? What?
I don't know. It was just like something would happen or something would tick me off and I just wouldn't want to do something. I don't know what it was, but it was just like whatever somebody said, I probably either took it the wrong way or I wasn't feeling it as far as like the weather. It was weird.
My goodness.
But I was like in and out. But it was amazing with the boys, which was crazy. So I can't have twin girls.
And you don't know what.
Oh my
man,
goodness.
you saying the twins, okay, but you don't know what the gender's gonna be. That's for sure. What? It ain't even may not be a girl thing. You just was probably experiencing that at the time,
Right, because I didn't necessarily know what it was with the boys, probably, or how it was supposed to be.
How did you come out of it with her officially? Do you think you ever came out of it?
I think I did because it was like I was more.
It was the opposite of everything it was.
It was, and I think I came out of it more as I was training with Sid too. So that was me cutting out beef. That was me cutting out soda. That was me being more focused on a goal that I wanted to achieve. So I didn't necessarily have time to be depressed because I had stuff to do.
So let's just say being active really,
Yes.
really could help. You know, if anybody experiences something like that, being active in any way, dancing, working out. That's what Johnnitta's working out. That could be an outlet. You know what I mean? And that could help if you are experiencing that. You know, the postpartum depression or just feeling weird after having a baby and you don't know what it is. Don't start as soon as you have the baby. Give yourself some time now. When did you start working out once you had Ladybug?
Ladybug was
Like, when did you start working out and start helping you? Like
6 months. I started when she turned 6 months.
Oh, you was right away.
Yeah.
You know, they say it take us a little while, but you ain't let yourself.
But I didn't. With her, I didn't tear. So with her, I didn't tear. With Fatty, I didn't tear. Even though he was 10-7, and with Papa, I didn't tear. So it was like I was still fine. But with Quan, I tore, so I couldn't do nothing necessarily.
Do you think? Okay, because I when you said that, I felt that like with feeling. Like, I don't know what that is, but we can feel like we're alone when you have literally the support, especially your husband right there.
And
What do
then
you feel alone for?
his
Like,
mom was coming over. His sisters.
They was watching
my
the kids
sisters,
too.
Yes.
And you still feel, and it's like I feel alone, but I want to be alone. That's sick, actually. Where our minds can go is just.
Yes.
Do you feel like your husband was very like
overprotective, overwhelming, a little bit too much? Like, relax, I got it. but then I wanted him to do more. But it's weird because I'm a female.
You want him to be more in tune, like do you think he understood when you were experiencing the depression? Do you think he was understanding at that point? Yes or no? Like, do you?
I don't know.
Like, when you, like, maybe did he notice that you were in it?
He probably didn't.
Wow.
He knew I was off a little bit, but he probably just thought I was off because I was getting rid of a child, like probably just after birth.
Yeah,
but
he probably
I don't
just
know.
Thought it was normal, and he probably just did what he had to do.
Yeah, because he didn't.
Make sure.
He didn't necessarily know.
Wow. What would you encourage? What would you say to a mom that could be going through that, like
postpartum? I don't know. It's hard.
That's real. That's a real answer.
I don't know because it depends on the person.
Every person is different. Everybody's coping mechanisms is different, but we want you to know it is okay.
Right.
And there's other people, once again, I'm going to always say this, there's other people that's experiencing that, if not the same exact thing as you, something of the sort. And we all got to stick together. We all got to vent to each other. Say something in the comments. Maybe another mom will see a comment and say something. I don't know. Talk to somebody, though. Do not just keep it to yourself.
Right.
Especially if you got people around you that's supportive. And you got to tell them. Especially a man. Like, that's why I was asking. Because I'm like, some men, like Hakeem, he said he didn't understand postpartum like the first time me having the first baby. But he said after like the second, what was it, like maybe the second kid? And he just was like, oh, I get what's going on now. I'm aware. So let me see what I can do to help. Right. And sometimes they may not even be able to help. They just, hey, I'm going to just do the best I can do because I can't help you. You can't help yourself.
Right. Because I'd be washing the dishes crying. He's like, what's wrong?
What do you do when you do that?
I don't know. He don't even know because he asked me what's wrong.
We probably just rub your back a little bit, like, what you crying for? I don't know why. Just give me a burger or something.
Man. But it's crazy because like the videos that I've been doing or was doing before, most people or most of my supporters on TikTok be saying that I brought them out of depression. Just from my videos.
God's plan.
Which is crazy.
And that's why it's important to share, like, even with you having your platform, it's important to share you. You know what I'm saying? Now, we get tired. I don't feel like it. But when you do share you and share more personal you, not just silly you all the time, because people are watching you because of the silly stuff, but they also want to know more about Johnnitta. Like, what do you do? What are you doing today? What does your day look like? Or how do you feel after you get off work or whatever? Like, I'm starting to see that you kind of do those sometimes.
I try to do a days in the life with me. Oh my goodness, that's so hard. It's so
hard. Just record as you go.
Because I be having to look around and watch and stuff because people are weird.
Or they be like, oh, you got something on your floor over there. You talking in the house or you talking outside?
Outside. Like doing a day in the life with me, like going somewhere or like
just a simple record and then go.
Yeah, but
I feel that. I felt the What would you with motherhood, do you think is there anything that's like super hard to you that maybe or was hard for you or still is hard for you that sticks out with like being a mother, would you say?
Yes, I could say it's like watching your child get older, like seeing them go through what they go through, but then like they hiding it. Cause like we used to hide stuff from our parents.
Right.
And I just want to be like, not their friend. I'm not trying to be their friend.
But be involved.
Yeah. So it's like with my 13-year-old, it's like he be doing sneaky stuff and I be wanting him to come to me and open up to me even though he don't want to because it's like, you my mama. So I'm going to just do what I'll do because if I tell you what I'm doing, you're not going to like it.
Do you allow him that space to do that?
Not necessarily. It's like when you see your friends doing it, you want to do it. And you can do it because you at school and you could get away with it, but you're not going to get in trouble. Right. And I'm like, I was a child before, so I know. So if you have anything that you need to tell me, just let me know.
Did you say that to him?
Yes. And it's like,
because maybe because I'm asking that because maybe he's afraid, you know?
He told me he was afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, you don't have to be scared. Like, I'm here. Like, no matter what, I'ma still love you. But just be honest. It's better for you to be honest with me than to lie. And then I end up finding out the truth. So, yeah.
So the hardest part is just kind of like allowing your kids to have that floor to kind of like communicate
open
with
up,
you.
yeah. Because I didn't necessarily have that like with my mom, like communicating with her about certain stuff. That's how I got pregnant when I was 17.
She didn't communicate with you about a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and it was like not necessarily not communicating. She was working out of town most of the time, so it was just my oldest sisters and my oldest brothers at home with us, or most of the time they'll leave and then it'll just be me and Netta. So it's like I'll be sneaking around doing what I do and then end up getting caught because it got brought out to the light.
Oh my gosh. And so that's like, it's like with our parents, like that generation of people, they were either working so hard to make sure that they provide for us, that they forgot about themselves, that they probably ain't never, they probably held in so much that when they did become parents, like it's like they ain't have time to be trying to talk about that. I'm just trying to take care of y'all. Everything that I go through, don't even worry about it. Like it is what it was. But they didn't deal with it head on.
Right.
Do you feel like there's something like with you that maybe needs to be handled more at like a higher level, maybe like therapy? Like what's your thoughts on that or something like that? Like,
As far as therapy, I did take therapy.
You did do it?
I did do therapy.
Did you like it?
I felt like it was okay because it was like the person that I had that I was telling my situations to, I felt like she didn't necessarily understand me because she didn't have children. And it was weird because it was like I had to take therapy only because my kids was taking through CPS. And good they were able to stay with my husband's mom at the time instead of being put in the system. Because a situation happened where my son, he was the oldest. He was only, 5 or 6 in the second grade, I think. And he ran out of the school. And they couldn't find him.
He ran out the school?
He ran out of the school. So I'm like, you calling me to tell me that you can't find my son? And it's going on 2-3 hours?
Oh, my gosh.
So in my head, I'm for to whoop your ass. That's in my head. So when they finally said they found them, we go home. I let my husband know, and then I let his dad know too, because it's like his dad was getting him every other weekend when he felt like it. And I whooped him. And I whooped him with like a small little cell phone cord. So his dad ended up coming to get him that night to take him to school the next day. And then the next day I get a phone call from CPS saying, did you whoop your son? I said, yeah. Well, we're going to have to take him. Or it was something to where his dad made it seem like I was
beating him,
abusive, like I wasn't fit as a parent. So whatever was said from his dad and his dad's girlfriend, they went with it. But I'm like, I'm not for the lie and say that I didn't whoop him. I did. So they took him out of my custody for, I can say, a year, and that was right when I ended up.
Year?
That was like when Ladybug was only 3 months, 2 months at the time.
That could have added to the stress then.
That probably what made
they were gone for a year?
For a year.
I think I remember something like
a year.
Johnnitta, wait a minute.
But it was like I was still able to, like, didn't nobody know they was gone because I was still around. It was like, oh, y'all got a new house, or y'all got 2 houses, because I would be at home, but they would be with my mother. And then my husband would be at work, I'd be at work, come back. I sit outside, wait until my mom get home with the kids, because I couldn't even drop them off at school. I couldn't pick them up from school. Yeah.
I'm about to cry. What that added to what you were going through at the time? Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, that could have been
It probably was, but I wasn't necessarily thinking about the depression at the time. I was more worried about y'all trying to take my kids from me just because he's upset that I'm married to my husband. Like, you didn't want me.
But I guess because they couldn't prove that.
Yeah. They kept calling me Miss Linton. I'm like, but
y'all being disrespectful. I'm married.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
So how did you even get through that? Like,
I just took it one day at a time, and it was crazy because on my break, instead of me eating on my break, I go to the bathroom and cry. And then it was crazy because it was like people would look at me different, like, oh, you're an abuser. I'm like, I'm not an abuser. Like, you don't see any other marks on my other children. You only see marks from him based on what his dad told you and based on what his dad's girlfriend told you. Now, what made it easier was when they took Quan in front of a camera and asked him what really happened.
He's 5 or 6, he gonna be honest.
And he said, yeah, my mom whooped me with like a small cord, but then when my dad picked me up, he whooped me with a brown cord, and then he wrapped the cord around my neck, and then he choked me, and I was seeing like 3 of him. And I said,
What?
He said, what? So that's when I end up breaking down, like, you tried to do this just because you wanted to get your son out of my custody so you can keep him, but you didn't even necessarily wanted him. You only wanted him because you couldn't get me.
My God.
Yeah. So it was like, I felt like going through that made me even stronger, because it was like, that was the worst. That's why I said 2019 was the worst year. And that it was supposed to be the best year because I just had a baby.
A little stink of butt.
I couldn't
my
even,
only girl
I
right
couldn't
now.
even
like,
enjoy having her because I had to be
Jesus.
monitored. I had to be monitored every day. I couldn't even take them home by myself.
do you think that affected like how you parented them though?
Yeah.
Really?
It do now, yep.
Still to this day?
Yep.
How? Well, that was a year, first of all. That was a year at their time, them here.
But it's like now, as far as us being black moms or black parents, they don't want us to discipline our child a certain way. So it's like, I changed the discipline. Like, you still gonna get popped. But it's just like
the way you doing it is a little, you gonna let up off them a little bit. Do you think you, like with the way you used to whoop or something, do you think that has something to do with how you were raised?
Yeah, definitely.
And so you was like, I'm gonna do it with my kids.
That's what I'm saying. And I wanted to break that generational curse. So I decided, okay, so since this happened, it happened for a reason. It had to happen.
So you can see. That's good.
And I felt like I broke that, and then being the first one in my family, as far as my sisters and brothers, to get married and then to buy a home. And it's just like certain stuff that I wrote down. Like, I wrote it down when I was 24. And I said things that I need to accomplish when I'm 30. And it was to get my credit up, to buy a house, to do certain stuff. And I'm almost done, completing that. But I just wanted to make sure that the stuff that I'm completing and the stuff that I'm doing in life, I wanted to share that on my kids.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up. Do you think they see the hard work and they actually acknowledge
my
it?
oldest son do, because he was like, that's crazy, because when we was at the old house, we wasn't doing as much stuff as we doing now. Like, it's like, you got money now, you could do everything.
Mom.
I said, don't say that.
No, he's acknowledging though.
Yeah.
And he's saying, hey, my mama putting in that work.
Yes.
Like, that's what's up. You showing them that.
And then it's like, not necessarily, I'm not gonna let the fame get to my head no matter what, but it's like, me being his parent, like, your only parent, even though, my husband stepped in at the same time too, I feel like he still have that animosity towards his biological father, because it's like, when my oldest sons see how Papa and Fatty react to their dad, it's different.
I know.
And it's not the same. So it's like, I know he hurting. I know when he do see his dad once in a while, either he gonna hate him or he not gonna hate him. And I told him, don't hate him, because it's not like I was keeping you away from him. It's just like he didn't choose to want to be in your life at this time. So
do you think your husband embrace him like the same or more or something because of that? Yeah. Man, that's good.
Because I mean, my husband came around when he was 2, and he'd been around ever since he was 2. Really. Yeah. But it was like, when he was 5, 6, and 7, seeing his dad come back in and out whenever he chose, it was weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Aw. Well, y'all doing a great job over there.
Thank
y'all
you.
Doing a really good job, and definitely keep showing him what you do. Like he see what 13?
Yeah.
He see all of it. So
for real.
And he gonna have his own opinion on everything with his own experience with his father and everything else. But I do get that he could feel some type of way with the other kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, these kids today a little different. They just don't be wanting. I love my mama came with the, hey, bro, you at McDonald's? Like, hey,
but he'd get mad, because if I'm walking in your class and your teacher is teaching and you got your head down, Jaquan.
Oh, you see that? Y'all see the Mrs. Jackson eye?
And he get mad. He gets upset because they be like, oh, Jaquan, your mama here.
That's probably, he probably embarrassed though.
And when my husband come up there, they be like, oh, Jaquan, your dad here. He get more embarrassed when my husband come up there, because he know my husband gonna be on business. Like, I'm gonna stand on business, but I stand on a little bit softer.
A little bit.
Just a little bit softer.
Not this business.
Because it's like, he a boy. So it's like, I don't necessarily know how to, be hard with a boy. As far as my daughter, I don't be hard on her, because it's like, She's a girl.
Right.
Until she get older, I'm gonna just let her know like what she can do and what she can't do. However, me being a child, I already know what she gonna do.
You can't say that she'll
scary.
be like you though, but I get what you're saying. Like you can see yourself in your daughter. I get it.
It's scary.
I see my whole self in my child. I see she exceeds me.
Man.
Like, I see you. You can't fool me.
Man.
I'm looking right. So I know what you're saying, but we don't know how they're. It's how we raise them,
Right.
And of course they're going to make their own choices, but it's how we raise them.
Yep.
So, man, this is crazy.
And then my daughter, she was like, I can't wait to get married.
Ooh, but okay, I'm gonna tell you what somebody told me because Elise said she been saying this since 3, 4. My husband is gonna do this, and my husband, you're 4, you're 3.
How she know?
But it's because of what they see.
see.
And so that's what somebody told me that in my inbox. It's because of what they see. Don't take it as a bad thing. They're inspired by their parents doing. That's a good thing because most of us didn't see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Yeah. But is there anything we should be expecting from you? Like
Expecting?
like no. We know them twins. We waiting to see. What you gonna do if it's not twins? I'm not speaking.
We're gonna
against
try
it
it again. But he don't.
You're gonna be at 10 before you know it.
The thing is, he don't want no more kids, so I'm gonna respect that. I just want twins.
But if it's not twins, he's saying he don't want them more.
He don't want no more. But the thing is, I'm not getting my tubes tied.
So what we doing? Because we ain't being careful.
And he don't want to get clipped, so plan B. But I said I can't keep taking them back to back.
Y'all insane. I be telling people your body is going to get used to taking it. So y'all outside. And hey,
real.
I love that for y'all.
For
Do y'all
real.
thing. But me, I'm cool, baby. I ain't gonna keep cutting me in the same spot. I'm saying not expecting that. We expecting them twins. But I'm saying as far as like social media, anything, like what do you...
My goal is to get more brand deals. Because it's like, it's hard now because they only see me in one box. Wig influencer. Yeah. Who made me a wig influencer?
People see you just as a wig influencer. You did that. I don't think people did that. I think you did that. Man. That's all they're seeing from you. I don't think you're put in a box. So people see you as a dancer. You dance like a dance mogul. Like they see you dance on social media, or they just see you as just acting silly. So just a personality.
But it's like it's probably because I'm doing wigs back to back to back.
Yeah, that's what we seeing lately.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Is there anything else that you had more that you wanted to do, or with social media or anything?
I don't know.
That is so real.
I don't know.
That answer real.
It's just whatever happens, happens.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
It is what it's going to be. And so I appreciate it. Make sure you let everybody know, for the people that don't know who you are. Y'all supposed to know.
Look. How you say my name?
Johnnitta. Johnnitta Jackson.
I am Johnnitta Jackson. This is me.
Tell them your socials so they can follow you. People that don't
TikTok
follow you.
is the real. Oh, I got too many.
She got 10 TikToks.
I got too many, but the main one is the real Mrs. _J Jackson, I believe 5. That's the main one. Mrs. _J Jackson 25 is Instagram, and then Johnnitta Jackson is Facebook.
Yep. So make sure y'all follow her, and I appreciate.
Oh, and my YouTube.
Period. Go to
Johnnitta
YouTube.
Jackson.
Y'all got to see the labor.
But it's all everything is linked, so it's easier to just click the link in my bio.
Yeah, on one of the socials. Yep. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
Y'all gonna see some more content with us, y'all. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for coming on, and thank you for being a mother before anything, being a great mama. You're doing a great job. You're very inspirational to a lot, to me as well, especially with the fitness journey.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, girl.
And you looking good too.
Oh, now cut it out.
No, for
cut
real.
It out. We're gonna catch y'all on the next episode on A Mother Before Anything. Love y'all.
Face glowing, everything. That's the first thing that I seen when you came out.
Glowing? I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know. It was happiness. I don't know.